Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to this quick preview of the French Open final between Alcaraz and Zverev. In this video, we'll talk about the key stats, the key factors, as well as the predictions. So, as we know, we anticipate a thrilling encounter if both the players are playing really well and up to their potential. I think this could be a 3, 4, or 5 setter, and all the sets could go the distance in terms of games. So if I talk about the key statistics, I mean the head to head, it's surprising that Zverev actually leads against Alcaraz 5 matches to 4. Their most recent match was in Indian Wells this year, where Alcaraz won easily 6-3, 6-1. Their last match on clay was in Madrid in the ATP 1000 Masters, where again Alcaraz won it 6-1 and 6-2. However, if you go back a couple of years in the French Open, they have played only once, where Zverev was able to get the better of Alcaraz in 4 sets. Remember, this is the same tournament where Zverev went on to lose against Nadal because he had to retire due to that injury. So after 2 years, Zverev again has the chance to come back and finally win a Grand Slam. We all know that he deserves that. He has performed well for the last few years and he has beaten some top guys as well. So he definitely deserves one Grand Slam victory at least. Now, if I talk about the current form, both the players are in great form, but Alcaraz has a better resume on paper. So when I say that, I mean, in the previous match against Sinner, we couldn't pick either of them based on their skill set because both of them played such similar style of tennis in terms of having all the shots, no visible weaknesses, and both were in good form. Now, when I come to this match, I feel Alcaraz has the edge because of the variety that he has got in his game, the power that he has got in his shots, whether it's on both wings, whether it's forehand or backhand. Even the return of serve, I think it's very good for Alcaraz. And the most important thing in my understanding, is the ability of Alcaraz to go to the net and finish off the point. Now, with Zverev, what we have seen earlier is that he is able to rally well, he is able to put power, but sometimes he's hesitant to go to the net and finish off the point. Now, that could prove to be a very big mistake against Alcaraz because Alcaraz is going to be really comfortable in the rally balls, and sooner or later he will run around his backhand and he's going to hit a powerful forehand. So I think Zverev has to go to the net. He has to change his tactics a little bit, and it's the match for Zverev to win because he has to do something different. Alcaraz, on the other hand, has too many things to his disposal. He just has to keep everything together and just ensure that he's not making any unforced errors, too many unforced errors, or getting too excited on the shots. That's what he has to be aware of. Now, if we talk about the key factors, first serve is the key for Zverev because we know that he has struggled a lot with his second serve, too many double faults, but his first serve is very good and it gives him a lot of leverage in the points. He can then finish it off with a winner, or he can come to the net even though he's hesitant. He can come to the net and he can get an easy volley to finish off the point. So that's the key. If he's not going to make too many first serves, then it's a huge problem and he doesn't have any chance. Alcaraz, on the other hand, needs to target the forehand of Zverev. I think that's the weaker side of Zverev. His backhand is really solid, whether it's down the line or cross court. We saw it against Nadal, how Zverev was able to control the points using his backhand cross court, using huge angle as well as the backhand down the line. So I think if Zverev is able to play similar to the level what he displayed against Nadal, he has a good chance of winning this match. But then it's very difficult to produce that level time and again, right? So let's see what happens. As I mentioned, both players like to engage in rallies, but this favors Alcaraz because he has that extra ability to inject power whenever he wants in between a rally. So he can just run around the backhand, hit a powerful forehand, and just finish off the point, or he can stroll to the net. He can use a drop shot. So too much variety Alcaraz has, and that's why it's going to be difficult for Zverev to counter that. I already covered that Zverev needs to be at net more often to finish off the point. We know that Zverev can also build a good point in the rally. He can construct it, but whether or not he'll be able to finish that point, that's a question. Now, if it goes to 5 sets, I don't see it going that way. It's highly unlikely, but if it does, I still feel Alcaraz would have in terms of fitness would have the better chance to win. Now, if I talk about the predictions, I think all of us already know which direction the match will be going. But before that, let's talk about the significance. This is very important. We know that this could be the first ever Grand Slam victory for Zverev, and he has been deserving it. He has been waiting for it. So, and more than that, because it has been so tough for him to come back after the injury, I think this could be a big boost to his career. So, definitely, it would be a great significance to him. Whereas for Alcaraz, also he's looking to set a record here. So he can get his third Grand Slam title, but he can also be the youngest men's player to win a Grand Slam on three different surfaces, or I should say on all three surfaces. So historically, players have either been facing difficulty to win at the French or at Wimbledon. But because Alcaraz has already done that on the hard court at the US Open and at Wimbledon against Djokovic in a five set, I think if he is able to do this at the French Open now, having defeated Sinner, who is the best player in the world right now, I really feel that Alcaraz could take a huge step and could move ahead of Sinner in terms of the comparison that we make between him and Sinner. So, huge significance. Let's see what happens. Now, when I talk about prediction, as we all know, Alcaraz is the heavy favorite in this match, I would say. And if he plays well, I feel that it could be a straight sets victory or a four set victory. Alcaraz knows what he has to do. I think the match more depends on how Zverev plays it. If Zverev plays the way he was able to play against Nadal, if he plays perfect tennis, gets his first serves in, finishes the point correctly, comes to the net, I mean, he has to play 100% to his potential. Then he has a chance to beat against Alcaraz. Now, whether that would be possible or not, that's the question that would be answered today. So I hope you guys liked this analysis, and let's see what happens. Thanks.